A battle as old as time, the gamer civil war has raged on over which platform is better, especially when it comes between Xbox and PlayStation. Because we all seem to love whatever Nintendo does, but now an unlikely arbiter has emerged. No, not that guy. I'm talking about Apple's iPad. Wait, that can't be right. Oh, but it is, my friends, because playing native Xbox and PlayStation games on my M1 iPad Pro with real controllers is pretty close to a dream come true. And in this video, I'll describe how you too can achieve this total gaming nirvana. Hello to y'all out there, I'm Lance Samoza for AppleInsider. I love my PS5 and Xbox Series X equally, and no, I didn't have to sell my firstborn to a scalper to get one. I just got really lucky, as did my daughter. But I know the struggle is real, so if you're still trying to get your hands on one, hang in there and watch on so you know how to set all this up once you manage to sneak an order past the bots. Everything I cover in this video should work on any iPhone or iPad that can run iOS 14.5 or newer. However, the 12.9-inch iPad Pro in particular excels at remote gaming, thanks to its super bright and large Liquid Retina XDR display, an excellent 4-speaker audio system, and its large battery. And like its 11-inch counterpart, it also has Apple's powerful and efficient M1 chip, fast USB-C charging, and cellular models that offer 5G service. For me, it's mostly about that huge screen. Playing top-tier games on it is just an absolute joy and way more immersive than smaller screens. And when it comes to gaming, screen size definitely matters. We're going to start by pairing controllers. Xbox first, because I have a soft spot for the platform, but let me know what your favorite console is down in the comments below. First, turn on your Xbox controller, mine is a Series X version, and hold down the sync button on top until the Xbox button flashes. Now, on your iPad, go to Settings, Bluetooth, then select your controller from the list, followed by the pair button to connect. Your controller will remain connected to your iPad until you reconnect it to your console by following that same pairing process on the controller and clicking the sync button on your Xbox. To reconnect it back to your iPad at a later time, you will annoyingly need to forget the device from the Bluetooth settings menu and follow the initial pairing process once more. This is all nearly identical for a DualShock or DualSense controller. Just put the controller into pairing mode by holding down the Create and PS buttons till the lights flash blue, then select it in your iPad Bluetooth menu. To reconnect it to your console, just plug it in with the USB cable and press the PS button. And yes, you'll have to follow that same process of forgetting the device on your iPad to reconnect it in the future. Now let's get on to Xbox Gaming, of which there are two ways to play games on your iPad and other supported devices. There's Remote Play and the Xbox Cloud Gaming service currently in beta. Remote Play is like screen sharing or remote desktop on a computer. You'll see your Xbox and can play any games you have installed. It really works best when you're playing across your home network. I mean, it does work over the internet, but it requires a home upload speed of at least 4.75, if not 9 megabits per second, and a download speed of 10 megabits per second on your remote iPad or other device. By the way, I prefer the Ookla speed test app on iOS. If you ever want to check your current download and upload speeds, it might come in handy when you're setting this stuff up. By contrast, Xbox Cloud Gaming comes with Game Pass Ultimate for $14.99 a month and allows you to stream over 100 Game Pass titles directly from Microsoft servers. It even keeps your progress in sync between the Cloud Gaming service and your Xbox, so you can always pick up right where you left off. Games are streamed in 1080p HD resolution up to 60 frames per second, which is pretty sweet. This means the quality of your experience here relies more firmly on your iPad having a strong download speed of 10 to 20 megabits per second, essentially twice the speed required for Remote Play. Speaking of which, let's set up Remote Play first by launching your Xbox settings, selecting Devices and Connections, then Remote Features. Make sure the box is checked for Enable Remote Features and Power Mode is set to Instant On for the utmost ease of use. You should run the Remote Play test at the top for good measure. As long as you get mostly green check marks, you should be good. If the screen is all yellow, your internet may not be fast enough, or you may need to adjust your settings on your Wi-Fi router. And I'll leave some troubleshooting links down in the description below for both consoles in case you run into issues. Now on your iPad, make sure you have the regular Xbox app installed and you're signed in with your Microsoft account. Then tap the console button in the top right and you should see your Xbox ready and online. Tap Remote Play on this device to be reminded that being on a 5 GHz Wi-Fi network is recommended for best results. Click Continue, and after a few seconds of load time, make sure you give permission for the Xbox app to find your console on the network. Then you will see your Xbox dashboard just as if you were right in front of the TV. You can even use voice chat through your iPad by tapping the 3 dots in the top left, followed by the microphone icon. Remote play has largely worked great for me. I've had very minimal issues with it, especially when playing at home, like getting in a session from bed after your family is all sleeping. If you're a fellow gamer parent out there and you know what I'm talking about, do me a favor and hit the like button for me. Xbox Cloud Gaming, on the other hand, runs inside the Safari web browser, since Apple is taking a stubborn stance with cloud-based gaming streaming services and not allowing them to have their own apps. So as a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, just launch Safari, go to xbox.com/play and sign in with your Microsoft account. You will then see a dashboard featuring Game Pass titles you most recently played at the top, games you can play with your iPad's touchscreen, and more categories on the bottom. But before you can play, you must add this page to your iPad home screen by clicking the share button in Safari and then add to home screen. Tap on the new home screen icon and you'll have to log in one more time. Then select a game, grab your controller and snacks of choice, and you're off. In-game, you'll see a familiar Xbox menu in the top left you can use to find friends, start a party, check achievements, you get the picture. There's also a 3-dot menu you can use to send Microsoft feedback about a specific game or the platform itself. In practice, I have found the service works best with single-player games and a solid Wi-Fi connection. Since the game and your controls are being streamed, there will be some inherent lag even with the best internet, and that puts you at a disadvantage for first-person shooters in particular, like Halo. And remember, this is all still in beta, so random crashes and glitches will definitely happen as Microsoft works to tune the service, so don't be afraid to send them that feedback. But as long as they have a strong internet connection, it runs pretty smoothly. If you're trying to play in a moving car or other mobile situation, just don't expect perfection, because we all know how spotty 4G and 5G internet can be. For the most part though, I've had a great experience when using my telekinetic powers as Jesse Faden, director of the Federal Bureau of Control, or swinging for the fences in Sony's own MLB The Show 21. That's right, Sony on Game Pass. You guys, I think we should just take a moment here and really appreciate how great a time it is to be a gamer. Alright, back to the carnage. Just be careful if you try to play Halo on an iPad with a PS5 controller, because I really don't want to see if that would rip a hole through the space-time continuum. As for Sony, their PS Now streaming service unfortunately doesn't work on iOS, but they do support PS4 and PS5 remote play. To prep your PS5 from the home screen, go to Settings, System, Remote Play, and flip the Enable Remote Play toggle. Then press Circle and go to Power Saving, Features Available in Rest Mode, and make sure Stay Connected to the Internet and Enable Turning on PS5 from Network are both toggled to on. Similar to Xbox, this ensures you can use Remote Play anytime the console is on or resting. On your iPad, download the PS Remote Play app. Log in with your PlayStation Network account and follow all the prompts to allow network access. Select PS5, then dismiss the console setup instructions. The app will then search for your PS5 and you'll be connected after a few moments depending on your internet speed. And unlike the Xbox app, PS Remote Play includes on-screen game control, so you can actually play without a controller if you really want to, but it's not going to be the best experience. System buttons are found on the bottom toolbar along with voice chat, and in practice, I found the app works just as well as its Xbox counterpart with pretty much the same caveats. They also flat out say it won't work on a cellular connection, but it actually will if it's strong enough. Just don't expect it to be mind-blowing, and be careful you don't go over any data limits you may have. PS4 Pro and PS5 will stream up to 1080p HD quality automatically depending on your connection strength, and you can also enable high dynamic range for your PS5 from the main Remote Play screen by clicking the gears in the top right, Video Quality for Remote Play, HDR, and selecting Automatic. HDR provides a better picture quality, but may come at the cost of a little more lag if you have a weaker connection. So look, obviously iPad won't completely quell the console wars, but it serves as an amazing conduit when you can't be lounging right in front of the TV. And it's especially amazing because Apple's always been ambivalent about letting its competitors' hardware, software, and services shine on its own platform. So let me know what you thought of this video down in the comments below, and feel free to share what your experience has been with Remote Play, Xbox Cloud Gaming, or other service like Google Stadia. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for some more killer Apple content, and I will catch you in the next one.